Look at that, absolutely fantastic. There's the Guildhall art gallery there in front of us and some very famous monuments here. Lovely church. And how's that for some architecture? Absolutely awesome. Hey everyone, and welcome back. It's me, Jassy. Okay, so you might be wondering, what am I doing wearing a suit here in London in this beautiful place here, Guildhall Yard in London? Well, I'm just getting ready for an interview. It's in about 45 minutes. And what I wanted to do today, before I get into that, is just talk about the economy and what's happening here in the UK. So many of you will know that I've been traveling for the last 7 months. I've been to places like Santorini in Greece and all around Spain, and an epic 4-island Canary Island tour ended up in Tenerife last month. And it's been absolutely fantastic. So a couple of months ago, I thought, hey, maybe it's time I should get back into the job market so I can pursue my love of travel and maybe even get a place out in Spain. But I wanted to talk about the job market right now, because everything you guys have been hearing in the newspaper is absolutely true. It's a really tough job market out there. For example, I've been lucky enough to work for many organizations here. I've worked for American companies, top 4-5 companies in the world in tech. And I tell you what, it's been really tough. For example, I've made over 120 applications. Yes, 120 applications. You heard that right. And I've had a number of interviews and I've got through to rounds, like a 4th round and 3rd round. Lots of rejections. I've been pretty good at accepting the rejections now. And I gotta say, there's something going on with the economy, definitely in the organization. Now, there have been a number of companies also laying off people in tech, so I've seen that happen so many times over the course of the year. Is AI taking our jobs? Yes, I think it is. I think a lot of this repetitive work that can be automated is being replaced with AI. So that is the absolute truth here. That's definitely happening from my perspective. However, you still need creativity in this world. You need people to build relationships, and I think that's something that AI cannot do, or it can't do to a certain extent. So there is hope yet. Now, I also had one very interesting experience, which was being interviewed by an AI bot. I mean, fancy that. I rocked up to the interview, which was online via Zoom, and it was actually a bot interviewing me. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, the interview only lasted about 7 minutes, but I gotta say, if a company can't even put a real person and human into that call, then what's the point? Anyway, I'm not gonna name and shame that company, but you know who you are. Oh my God, but is this actually a sign of things to come? AI bots doing interviews and all of that. Fancy that. What a world. Now, possibly one of the reasons for this change in the workforce here is definitely the economy. And it could be that some of the changes that the government have brought in at the beginning of April in terms of taxing organizations with national insurance and other changes, that could be part of it as well. So the organizations have to tighten their belt somewhat. Yeah, so I think part of it is to do with the changes that the government brought in at the beginning of April with national insurance. So I think that's definitely had a knock-on effect here. Now, the other thing that I want to mention is you've got all the graduates as well who are looking for jobs, and they're competing with people like myself who've got many, many years of experience. So what do? Do you hire a graduate with little or no experience, or do you hire someone who's got 15, 20, 27 years experience in tech? That's a tough call for the employers to make. And my interview is just going to be down the road here in Bank. Now, I'm meeting a couple of executives for some coffee, so we've got about 40 minutes to have a good chat, and hopefully I'm going to land that job. All right, so what am I doing next? So once I get my job, my plan is to go back and have another holiday in Spain. Now, we're in Spain. I'm not sure. I'd really like to go back to Tenerife. I'd like to go back to Lanzarote as well too, or even mainland Spain. So I'm going to find out the cheapest deal I can with the cheapest offer and the cheapest flight and hotels, and then get something booked up, because I could really do with a holiday. Luckily, we've got some beautiful sunshine here in London today. It's a really great day. So lucky we've got the blue skies here, and it's really fantastic to be back here in the city. So that was a quick update for me. So guys, if you're out there looking for a job, my advice would be keep on persevering. I got a company called Purple CV to do my CV. It was about £100 odd or so, but that was money worth spent. And I've also had colleagues and friends look over the CV and give me some really important feedback on LinkedIn as well. So that feedback is so important. If you're looking for a job, try and get at least 7 references from people. Advice I would give you as well. Definitely use your connections on LinkedIn network to try and find out if there's roles, if there's hiring, or maybe they don't have any open recs now, but maybe in the future they do. So it's worth putting that word out. I've indeed got 2 friends who are gonna get some recs open pretty soon. So if today's job doesn't work out, I've always got a couple more lined up in the pipeline. And talking of pipeline, have a big pipeline. It's really important to really get the CV out there and try and get as many interviews as possible. Absolutely, you'll give yourself the best chance. So with that, I'm going to show you around this awesome place here in Guildhall Yard, here near Bank in London. Really, really cool place. Check this out. Thanks so much for watching. My name's Jassy. Tune in again soon to find out what happens next.